Hello and Happy New Year! This intro sucks, but I don't know how else to start this video. I've filmed an intro many times, so I guess just wishing you a Happy New Year is what we're gonna go with. So as many people, when we go into a new year, we're full of motivation and good resolutions, and one of my resolutions was to lose weight because I had gained some weight over not even just the past few months, over the past 2 years. Also wanted to start a TikTok account, so I thought what better way than to combine both, and so I decided to film this cabbage soup cleanse week and put every day on TikTok, and it was all in French because I'm French and I live in France. So I want to say 80% of the feedback was very positive. Lots of people saying they were gonna start the diet as well, which was a shock to me because I started TikTok like 2 weeks ago. So at the beginning of the cleanse, I had 0 followers. I started from scratch, had nothing. And I think the second day of the cabbage soup cleanse hit like 50K. I was not expecting that, okay? I thought I was gonna reach like 500 people, maybe 1,000, not even reach them, but have like 500 views, 1,000 views maybe, and like 1 or 2 comments. So it got a little bit of a buzz. Like I said, lots of positive comments, a few kind of not so positive. So I just wanna give a little bit of like a few warnings right now before we go into this video. So the first warning is that the cabbage soup cleanse is intense because it is 1 week, 7 days where you mostly eat cabbage soup. Every day you can add new foods, and you'll see throughout this video which foods you can add to the diet every day. But it's hard. It's hard mentally to like stick to it for 7 days, and it's hard physically because for an entire week you're basically depriving your body of sugar, and you're also taking out proteins for 4 days. On the 5th day you get to eat proteins, but for 4 days you take out protein. So it is hard for your body. So the first thing I want to say is only do this cleanse if you're somebody that is in overall good health physically and mentally. Because the French people, I mean, some of them, like I said, not a lot, but a few, were like, this is appalling, you sharing this, so dangerous for people that have eating disorders. So personally, I don't have an eating disorder. I've done this cleanse many times before, and nothing bad's ever happened. It's always been good for me, always had the results that I wanted. If you're someone that suffers from an eating disorder, don't do this cleanse. Obviously, if you're diabetic, this is a no-no, don't do this. If you're someone that has like digestive issues, don't do it. Yeah, only people in good health do this cleanse. Okay, next point. This is 1 week of diet that I'm gonna show now, but if after this week you go back to eating the way you were eating before, you're gonna gain back all the weight you lost during that week. So what you really need to hear right now is that you do this week, you lose a lot of weight, about 10 to 15 pounds, depending on the body and the metabolism of the person. You have to do a stabilization week. So basically a week where you teach your body how to eat normally again. And when I say normally, I'm talking like healthy food. We're not gonna teach you how to eat pizza again. We're not gonna teach you how to eat burger again. We're not gonna teach you how to eat deep fried foods again. It's just like, I feel like if you do this cleanse, it's a commitment to healthy eating. I'm doing it because I know I wanna change my whole lifestyle basically. So I do this week, then I do a stabilization week, and after that, I'm like healthy. Week of cleanse, week of stabilization, and then healthy eating. If you're not dedicated to start eating healthier and doing more sports and like altogether like changing your lifestyle as a New Year's resolution, don't even do this. It's just gonna be a waste of time. You're gonna gain the weight right back. All right, I think I've hit all the necessary warning spots, signs, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's jump right into my narration, voiceover of this week of cabbage soup. And I'll see you at the end of this video. All right, let's get started on day one. So today we're going grocery shopping to buy all the ingredients we need to make the soup. So of course we'll need 1 cabbage, onions, garlic, bell peppers. You can use whichever ones you like. I prefer the yellow ones. Carrots, leek, crushed and diced tomatoes, and corn. And then we do not have pre-made broth in France, so I'm just buying everything to make my broth. I'm going for chicken flavor. And then I'm also buying green tea because along with the cabbage soup cleanse, I want to do a week of just drinking green tea and water, of course. So now we're back home, and after washing the veggies, we're gonna start dicing them up. So for the veggies, you can exchange a few of these. I don't know, if you really hate one of those, you could add zucchini instead. If you hate carrots, you could add celery instead. But the main ingredient has to be cabbage. And then for the quantity, it depends on the size of your recipient in which you're gonna make the soup, because it has to fit a lot of cabbage, and then you can add the rest in the rest of space you have. So yeah, authorized foods on day one is of course the soup. You're gonna eat the soup whenever you're feeling hungry. You're allowed 1 fruit, so either 1 apple, 1 pear, or watermelon. And of course, like I said, we're just gonna drink water and green tea. But you cannot add sugar or, honey or anything like that. It just has to be pure. For the cabbage, I asked my boyfriend to cut the cabbage because it is a little bit hard to cut, but when I was single, used to do this diet back in the days, and I cut my cabbage myself, so you don't need no man to cut your cabbage. Then I'm preparing the broth. Like I said, we don't have pre-made one, but when I did this in America, I used the pre-made one. And then seasoning, yeah, just make the broth up to your liking. Keep trying it, tasting it, and when you're happy with the result, just go ahead and add your veggies. Then add 1 can of crushed and diced tomatoes and 1 can of corn. Corn is totally optional. It's rather sugar packed, so just 1 can. Don't put in more. Yeah, while we're waiting for the soup to boil, I'm cuddling my little cat, Litchi. She's so cute. And you can let the soup simmer for about 1.5 hours or 2 hours, and then it's ready. And now you have your cabbage soup, which you're gonna be able to eat whenever you're feeling hungry for the next 7 days. Yeah, so feeling really motivated, and also making a big batch of green tea. This way I can let it cool down, put it in a water bottle, and just drink it whenever I'm feeling like it. So yeah, that's already the end of day 1. So day 2, I already lost 600 grams, which is about 1.3 pounds. Starting off my day with some soup. So today your authorized foods are, of course, soup and green veggies. So no beans, corn, or peas, but privilege, like I said, green veggies. So spinach or broccoli or green beans or green asparagus, just anything green is gonna be good to go. And for dinner, you can have 1 oven-baked potato. It was day 2. I wasn't feeling like having a potato on day 2, but if you feel like having a potato, you can. Do not add, you know, butter or oil, just 1 potato. And then, of course, water and green tea. So today was day 2, like I said, motivated. We did some sport. I went horseback riding, and here I am having my dinner and some green tea. So on day 3, I already lost 800 grams, which is about 1.8 pounds. And in total, it's already 1.4 kilos, which is 3 pounds. So feeling motivated to keep going. Today we get to eat soup and 1 fruit, so apple or watermelon, and green veggies. No bananas, no potato today, and water and green tea. On day 4, I lost 600 grams, which is 1.3 pounds, and in total 2 kilos, which is 4.4 pounds. Day 4 is the worst day because I don't know, it's just you're feeling weak on that day. It was the day I was feeling the weakest. Plus, I was starting to get those negative comments on TikTok. So yeah, it was not the best day. And also I ran out of soup, so I made a new batch. Decided to caramelize the onions before adding the water to create the broth. Today, did I not write that anywhere? Today you're allowed to eat bananas, 3 bananas. Oh, here we go. Soup and 3 bananas. And 1 glass of skimmed milk, which I put in my coffee in the morning, and water and green tea and no sugar. So this evening I was invited at my friend's house, and her boyfriend was eating cheese, and it smelled so good. She was eating chips. Love her. But yeah, I stuck to my green tea and my cabbage soup. Day 5, I already lost 700 grams, it's 1.5 pounds, and in total I lost 2.7 kilograms, which is 6 pounds. So really happy. Also, day 5 is getting easier because you get to add meat. So 300 grams of meat, which is about 10 ounces of meat. Always water and green tea, no sugar, and you can also have some tomatoes. Today I decided to mix the soup, which is not recommended, but I was so tired of just the cabbage soup, so I decided to mix it. But it's better not to, because you're chewing on those veggies, which is like good for the fat burning process. And here's my cat Lychee again. Day 6, I lost 500 grams since the day before, 1.81 pounds, and in total 3.2 kilos, which is 7 pounds. Today I felt great. The meat gave me back so much strength, so I decided to go for a little cardio session. Yeah, I chose a program of 30 minutes. That was way too hard. And then I did 30 minutes on this machine, which I don't know what it's called in English. Today, day 6, you're allowed soup, meat, and green veggies. So following the same rule, 300 grams of meat, which is about 10 ounces of meat. And for the veggies, green veggies, so spinach, broccoli, green beans, anything green is good. And of course, water and green tea, no sugar added. I was starting to feel less hungry by that day, so after the soup I was not starving anymore, so I ate my steak and my veggies but wasn't starving. Day 7, I lost 600 grams, 1.3 pounds since the day before, and in total 3.8 kilos, 8.4 pounds, which is great. Today you're allowed to reintroduce carbs, so but it has to be brown rice, so the whole grain rice, and veggies, green veggies, and of course the soup. Keep eating the soup. So I prepared some veggies to add to the rice. I used a tiny bit of olive oil to cook all of that, but yeah, try not to add olive oil or butter. And today you should really be feeling like you're not as hungry anymore, like your stomach has shrunk, so control your portion sizes.
I decided to add some soy sauce, but be careful with the sauces because they have a lot of added sugar, which is like unnecessary calories. And of course, we're drinking water and green tea. Yeah, be mindful of the portion sizes, especially in the weeks to come. We're done. Yay, last day, so day 8. I lost 700 grams since the day before, 1.5 pounds since the day before, and the grand total is I lost 4.5 kilos, which is about 10 pounds in just 1 week. So here I am trying on outfits that did not fit me anymore before the diet, and I'm just really happy and feeling ready to start my healthier eating and healthier lifestyle. And this is the dress that made me start the diet because I wanted to wear that dress on Christmas and it gave me like back rolls. So happy that it's not doing that anymore.
I hope you enjoyed this video, that it was interesting and informational. I'm gonna see how this video does in English, if I can reach the American side of YouTube. I had tried on TikTok to reach the American side of TikTok from France, even downloaded a VPN, all of that did not work. I think the algorithm of certain social medias will restrict you to the country you're posting from. I don't even know if this video is gonna work, but if it does work, please let me know if you're interested in a more detailed video of the stabilization week, because I have a link, but sadly it's in French, where it really walks you through day 8 to 14 of the stabilization week of what to eat, how to eat it, how much to eat, to not regain the weight. These videos take a lot of time to create, so I'll make that video if I see that there is an interest for it. Otherwise, for the stabilization period, go ahead by reintroducing small portions. Try to calculate the portions of your food in this following week by the size of your fist. Go slowly on reintroducing carbs. What I do, I try to separate carbs and proteins, where usually I will eat carbs at lunchtime and I'll do proteins at dinner time. Yeah, let's see if this video works in English, if it reaches English-speaking people. And if not, we'll keep this channel French. All right, take care, wishing you all the best, and bye-bye. Mwah.